Bulls star Derrick Rose only recently joined Twitter, but he started strong with tweets that included this shot of him back on the court following surgery in May to repair that torn left ACL. But simmer down, Chicago fans. Rose is taking it slowly. He will not return to action until at least post-All-Star break in February of next year. Now, the injury itself happened in the Bulls' opening playoff game against Philadelphia, April 29th, and an injury-plagued season hit rock bottom for the 2011 league MVP. Post-surgery, Rose has been in the Los Angeles area, rehabbing with stretching, band work, and riding the stationary bike, preparing for his return. But there's also the mental aspect of the injury, as he discussed with CSN Chicago's Gray Sam.
I remember everything. I remember jumping in the air and coming back down, and just that popping sound, and it felt like I felt it actually tear when I laid all the way out, and you just feel like it just let go, and I didn't have that much pain after that. That happened, all I thought about was people just talking. You could hear like the whole arena, people just whispering all around. One of the things, like, not again. Like, come on, man. Like, first game back, we had the win. And I was just hoping nothing serious. Then got to the hospital, got in the MRI machine, and the whole time praying and getting out. And Dr. Cole, the Bulls doctor, came up to me and told me it was tore. I couldn't believe it. Like, that's the closest thing to death that I got close to. Is like the closest I got to death right there, where it just seemed like the wind, everything was just taken out of me.
How difficult was that compared to like real life stuff? You know what I mean?
It hurt, of course, knowing where it seemed like you waste a year. When I was having all them injuries, I was just thinking like, all right, I'll be ready for the playoffs. First game of the playoffs. Tear my ACL. Can't stay mad or irritated for months. I can't do that. It'll bring me down. Like I said, being around my family, having them take care of me, this is the first time in my life where I actually slowed down since high school. So all this is new to me.
Well, what can you do right now as far as like physically, like lifting upper body more than anything else? I mean,
no, my lower body is huge. I told you on Tuesdays and Thursdays I lift lower and upper. So them days are kind of hard and fatigue me a little bit, but everything else is good.
Rose talked about close to death with this injury, which may be a little dramatic, but we're not Derrick Rose. But DZ, my question is this. Here's a player who misses 6 games total his first 3 years in the league. He missed 27 last year, ends in a torn ACL. He's gone from invincible to injured, and this is going to be a big step, him coming back.
After doing my homework, Vince, talking to our researcher, Kevin Cottrell, talking to my friends in Chicago, this guy has been invincible since he's been 10, 11, 12 years old. So since the AAU circuit, the pickup games in the Chicago area, this guy has been unstoppable, explosive. So I can understand him saying that this is close to death because this is my livelihood. I've been wanting to be in the NBA and be a star my whole life. I was just MVP this last year and to come back and have this injury. So you can feel the pain and understand what he's going through psychologically. So it's going to be interesting. Will he listen to the doctors and come back slow? Because we know how bad he wants to be on the floor. We know how a fierce competitor that he is, but he really has to listen to the doctors, take his time, and get back into the flow slowly. Not quickly, not try to show the world you're strong and you're a tough guy. Get healthy first because we love watching you play.
So much of what Derrick Rose is as a basketball player and who he is the explosiveness that you talked about. Is that going to return to his game? I know you really don't know that, but he won't be Derrick Rose. Or will he after this?
I don't think the first year. I know you're from Cleveland. Ron Harper had a similar knee injury. I know with Michael Jordan, he broke his foot. It's not the same, but anytime you have a major injury, ACL, Achilles injury, Dominique Wilkins had that, it normally takes you that second or third year for you to really feel confident about yourself, get your legs under you, and feel like you can go out there and play at a high level like you were playing before the injury.
Now you have to talk about patience, not only for Derrick Rose, but for Chicago, the team, Chicago fans, because the rest of the East is going to be 1 year better. Miami's going to come back and defend. Indiana's going to be better. Brooklyn is going to be better. Boston is going to be Boston. So in that time frame without Rose, they may not be staying with those other teams. And I know what you said. You got to make sure that Rose is rested before he comes back.
I don't care what kind of losing streak you are in. If you're in a 10-game losing streak and you're looking at Derrick Rose over there, I'm going to lose 10 more games because I need him healthy. Because if you don't have him healthy for the future, you're not being able to sell to your fans that you're still going to be competitive. Luau Dang and the rest of those guys, did you have a good summer? Rip Hamilton, now he gets a full training camp. Guys like that have to continue to knock down shots to hold down the fort till this young man gets healthy.
But knowing Rose, the competitor, he's attacking this injury, he'll come back strong. We're all pulling for him.